For me, the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge, I really wanted to get some discipline in my life and also try to, kickstart a little bit of weight loss. I felt like I was just kind of at a standstill, and so my mom and I decided to do it together. We thought the accountability would help, and also wanted to learn how to incorporate more fruits and vegetables and nuts into my life rather than eating a salad or just eating a piece of fruit by itself, which is great, and those things are really good, but to learn how to incorporate more living and raw foods into my diet just by using, whether using, collard green to make a wrap or something like that full of other vegetables. And so that's really why I chose to do the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge. So for me, when I started the 30-day challenge, I really didn't, for me personally, didn't have a whole lot of like headache symptoms or things like that. But what I struggled with, or what I really felt tempted, was where I work, they have like a little candy jar at the front desk, and every time I would walk by, I'd be like, oh, I just want a piece of candy or something. Of course, I resisted the temptation, and then also every once in a while, people would bring in like cookie cakes or different things into the office or pedophores, and I'm like, I have such a sweet tooth that I really just wanted to have those things. So the initial the first week, I really was like tempted to have more like desserts and things like that, but I resisted that. Thankfully, through the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge, we made some really great desserts that are healthy for you compared to having all of the processed sugars and things like that. So that really helped me a lot, was just being able to have something that I liked to be able to replace my temptation. And of course, you still have to learn to have discipline when it comes to how much you eat the different, desserts that we make, but that helped me a lot. And I only really had a headache for like 1 day, maybe 2 days, and other than that, it was good. And I feel like it was good also because I incorporated drinking more water. Even though I never really drank much other than water beforehand, I felt like I started to drink more because I desired it. I really think that if you're thinking about doing the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge, that you should give it a try. 30 days you think is a long time, but it ends up being, I can't even believe that I'm 1 or 2 days before the end of our challenge, and I would definitely give it a try. There's nothing that you can lose. I know that you will experience different temptations, or maybe withdrawal headaches and things like that, but if you can push through that, you can get to the other side and you feel really great. You can have more energy. I found that I was starting to go to bed earlier. I used to be such a night owl, and now that I know my body a little bit more, I'm like, wow, I'm really tired. I don't care about the other things. My body wants rest, and so I'm going to go to sleep earlier now. And just having more discipline to be able to put aside, like whether it be, oh, I'm going to stay on the computer for 30 minutes. Like, no, I'd rather go to sleep and have good rest for my body instead of wasting my time on other things. But anyway, so if you're thinking about doing the 30-day challenge, I would just encourage you to, push through the initial struggles that you may have, and go ahead and do it, and you'll really benefit a lot, energy-wise, health-wise, in a lot of spiritually, and just in a lot of ways that you may not even realize. A couple of things that I want to pull away from having done the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge is that I want to take some of the recipes out with my diet regularly to incorporate the greens. I love like collard greens and kale and and spinach and all the different things. I really like having more of that in my diet because those are the living foods. That's where so much of your body gets so many nutrients. And Christina often tells us that the Word of God says that the greens are the living healer foods and things. And so I like having incorporate that more into my diet. Also, just the smoothies that I learned to make, or even just to be able to make my own recipes from incorporating different fruits and vegetables into a smoothie. And so I want to be able to have that more often, and just really eat more fruits and vegetables and living foods. I'd like to change that in part of my diet. I guess I could just tell a little bit about the changes that I experienced. Before I started the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge, I really had a lot of mucus, phlegm. I often would clear my throat every couple of minutes, and I actually had a friend of mine I was talking to from Costa Rica, and he was like, Kelly, you need to go to the doctor. Something's wrong. I don't know why you're always clearing your throat. And I was like, be quiet. I'm fine. Don't tell me that. I don't need to go to the doctor. And I just know that it's my allergies. And ever since I've done the 30-day challenge, I really don't have that that phlegm anymore, that mucus. I know that's kind of gross to talk about, but I've gotten rid of that. And I mean, I've also started going to sleep earlier. I love eating more fruits and vegetables in my diet. You know, for me, I was never really a big meat eater to begin with, but I don't miss those things as much. And then also drinking milk, I think, has also helped. I mean, not drinking milk has helped me, you know, get rid of some of the... Oh, I'd like to also share that from having done the Totally Rawsome 30-day challenge, I feel like my skin has gotten so much clearer. Just in the last year or so, I started realizing like, oh, I'm getting like just dryness, and I feel like I'm getting, you know, dark spots or wrinkles or just different things, and my skin has cleared up so much. And I love that part because I was so used to having fairly clear skin before, and when I started having like blemishes and spots and pimples and the different things that happen to your skin, I was just getting discouraged. And so I'm so happy that that's one thing that I've experienced a change in by having done the 30-day challenge. Christina De Leon's 30-day challenge is totally Rawsome. So is Christina.